going on, yo? It's your boy, a comic book novice, aka Contralad, aka Chief Sutherland. And I know it's been a minute, man. I know I'm way past due for when I said I was going to pick the giveaway winner, but don't worry. They have been notified. The winner has been selected randomly, and we're getting the prize taken care of, bro. Just life's been crazy this last week or so. Like, it's just first I got sick, and then just the, like, work stuff, and like just having to get out there and grind a little bit, man. But things are a little bit more calm now. We're getting back to it, and today we're gonna do what I'm hoping is gonna be the first in a new series that I'm gonna do. It's just gonna be the top 5 books of the week, man. The top 5 books, single issues that I read over the course of the last week that came out last week. You know what I mean? So every week we'll have a new top 5, and just maybe like give some people a little bit of insight to what I'm reading, what I think of like a few different series, and maybe if you're not reading some of these, giving out some recommendations. So let's get to it. At number 5, we got Amazing Spider-Man. Now, if you've been reading this for like this whole Beyond Corporation stuff, you know that this book is very hit or miss. It's very up and down. Like, it's good, then it's like alright, then it's like and then it's good again. But this issue, like, it's for the last few, I'd say for the last like 3 or 4 issues maybe, including tie-ins, it's been really good, I think, man. Like, Ben is starting to question like this whole Beyond Corporation stuff, like what he's actually doing, who he's working for, like what they're doing, and Beyond Corporation don't like that, obviously. So a lot of good stuff happens in here for like Ben, like not being under their control anymore. Like, he wants to know what's going on. He's investigating shit. But then, like, Beyond's like, nah, we're nixing that, pal. Nix it. Delete your shit. We're gonna delete your shit. Which is a wild statement. Like, they're like, we're just gonna erase your memories then, bro. Like, you wanna dig around stuff? Erased. And then just a whole bunch of stuff, like, I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you, but, like, that's basically what the premise is of this issue. Like, they're like, alright, bro, you wanna go digging around in our dirty secrets? We got something for you. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, where it ends up, because, I mean, they are restarting Amazing Spider-Man pretty soon, in April, I believe. So, we're gonna get an end point to this story, I'm assuming. So, I'm excited to see how they take the ending, like how everything finishes up. I know it's still like 2 months away, but I'm looking forward to where this goes, man. Number 5, Amazing Spider-Man. Alright, number 4, we got A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. I'm really digging this book, man. Like, 4 issues. This one, I think, might be the best one yet, because the previous 3 issues were very much in the way of, like, silent issues, especially issue 1. Like, I think in issue 1, maybe there was, like, 1 word bubble in the whole issue. I could be wrong about that, but there was not a lot. And the second and the third issue were very much in that same vein, where they didn't have a lot of dialogue, but the art really pushed this story forward. Like, there was no dialogue really, but you got an understanding of how each character is and how they act and like their personality, even though they're not talking, which is really dope. And our main character here, he's found himself in a little bit of trouble. Like, he is, like, I'm trying to say stuff without giving things away. Our main character, he's a good guy. Like, or at least, like, you think he's a good guy. But a situation happens at the end of the last issue. And if you're reading it, you know what I'm talking about. But at the beginning of the issue, this time, like... Yeah, I didn't realize until editing this video that what I say next is kind of a spoiler for the previous few issues if you haven't read them. So if you're waiting for trade or you're just behind on issues, you might want to skip past this next part. Basically, he helps save a woman's life. Like, he's helping her get out of town, but he didn't know that she has a son that was in the house when they dipped out. But So this issue is like them going back for the kid and like just like having to deal with like the other hitmen that are coming after this lady, and like just like the way like the ending was really got me here, because just like the ending for this issue is just like it sets up so much in the way of what they could do in the next few issues. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm being super vague about this one, but like I feel like you really have to read it yourself. Like, and I feel like anything I could really say is gonna spoil some little aspect of this. But just know that I really am digging this series. If you're not reading it, you should be, or maybe just like I would not want to wait for trade for this one. Just my personal opinion, just because I'm digging it so much. This is my first Rick Remender book too, and if this is like his style, this kind of like minimalist style, but still being able to like push a story forward, like it's super dope. I gotta check out some more of his shit. But number 4, Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. Number 3, we got Lives of Wolverine, or 10 Lives of Wolverine. X Lives of Wolverine. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure it's 10. Pretty sure it's 10 Lives of Wolverine. But this one was super dope. I thought like the whole like Wolverine's got to go back in time and like save Professor X, like all these different times is like what I'm assuming is happening. Like he's got to like not like I know that's what's happening, but like I like is that what all of them are gonna be? But who knows? But in this one, like we get to see Professor X being born, and like the villain, like, is that a spoiler? Like, I don't know. I'm just not gonna say it. But the villain, like, also going back in time, like, I'm just like curious as to like how they're actually doing that. Maybe that'll get explained in later issues, like, because it doesn't really like you see the whole like Jean Grey, like what she's doing, like with the like kind of like the movie, what fucking Days of Future Past, but like you don't really get like a good explanation of like how Omega's doing it, or like how they're really like going about it. But I really dug this, like seeing like the whole like birth of Professor X, and then like at that very end, like the cameo we get, like that's gonna set up this next issue. Like it was super dope for a first issue. Like it's got me hooked. I really dig this cover too. Like it's got like kind of like the old school '90s Wolverine on it. I really dig that. Like this series has got some really dope covers too, man. Like I might want to think about picking up like multiple copies of this a week, just because like some of these covers are so sick. But yeah, 10 Lives of Wolverine, number 3. All right, y'all, for the top 2 of the week, it got a little close, man. Like I really went back and forth deciding on which one of these was gonna be number 1, but at the end of the day, one of them had to go number 2, and that would be Batman the Knight. I know what you're thinking. Like we like there's so many of these like retelling of the origin story of Batman. Like a lot of people I know are probably not like. I've heard from a few people that they're not interested. They've read this type of thing before. It's played out, but for me, I've never really read like I know Batman's origin story, but I've never really read a story from the point of view of him like before he's Batman. And this was a really dope like way to tell that story so far. I think like Chip Zdarsky, he's quickly becoming one of my favorite writers, like with as far as like this. Then you got him on Devil's Reign and Daredevil and like those stories, and I'm really enjoying all those. And so just add this one to the list, man. I'm really digging it. Or I really dig this issue. Like seeing Bruce as like a teenager, and he's just like pissed off at the world. Like he's got no parents. He's an orphan. Like Alfred's trying to like show him what's what. And like him and Alfred have a moment in this issue where I'm like, damn, Alfred, like tell him how you really feel. But there was an aspect to this storytelling in this issue where I was like kind of worried. Like I was like, oh god, is that gonna be this whole series? Like it's gonna be 10 issues. Is this whole thing gonna be just like told from this point of view? I guess was what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say what it is, but if you read it, you know. And thank God it's not. like, because at the end we kind of get that whole thing wrapped up, and now Bruce is going like on like to like maybe we see the League of Shadows in here, like, because he's like still in Gotham like as a teenager. So wait, let's see where he goes from here. It's gonna be 10 issues. We got 9 left, man. This is I'm sticking with it. I think I'm gonna stick with it. But yeah, Batman the Night #2. All right, y'all. And then #1 of the week, the best issue that I read over the course of the last week was Nightwing 88. This issue was super dope, man. Like the way how Dick is like, he's like, all right, we got to make this public speak. We got to make this public speech. We got to like let people know the plan, what we're gonna be doing here and everything. And then Blockbuster's like, nah, cut that out, nix him. And then we get like the whole cameo by the Teen Titans. Like they come in, they're watching Dick's back. You see, like just the relationship between Nightwing and the Flash, like, and like just like the way like you could just tell that this team is still very like they got chemistry still. Like even though Nightwing's doing his own thing, like you can still see like they're still on the same page. And like I really want to see more of that, man. Like because like for the current Titans books, I've heard from a lot of people that they're not that great, so I'm not reading them. So, but this is like should be a template of how they should do it, like because this was really dope. So like hopefully we get to see something like that again in this book, if not like its own like good ongoing title, because like what we got in here from the Teen Titans was really sick, I think. And I've never really read a Teen Titans book. I just remember watching the show back in the day. So this got me interested in reading more Teen Titans stuff, like even like the old school stuff. Like I know I've said on the channel before, like I don't really rock with the old school art or the writing style, but I've heard that the Teen Titans stuff from back in the day is super dope. So like I might have to check that out pretty soon. But yeah, man, that was the top 5 this week. I got a lot of videos planned. I got a lot of things to record and everything. I just finished Injustice, the first volume, Omnibus. So be looking out for a review of that. And yeah, man, things are a little bit more calm nowadays. So we're gonna be putting in some more work on the channel. So first top 5 video, give it a like, subscribe, stick around. I'm out of here.